Hi everyone, my name is Jason from Camps with Friends. Camps with Friends exists to make sure that all kids can enjoy great programs and to give every program, big or small, a chance to shine. That is our mission for 2024 and going forward. And part of that is we are doing these interviews and videos, posting them on YouTube and social media with all of our business partners. And today's business partner is Candi from Singing Studios, as you can see. So, Candi, go ahead, tell us about who you are and what it is that you do.
Well, we are a music studio. We do private lessons in a home studio, and also we go to daycare centers and do early childhood music. Singing, that's kind of a little bit about what we do. We do private lessons in voice, guitar, electric bass, drum set, ukulele, and piano. And we also have a program called Animal Adventures in Music. We have an early childhood music class. We have Mommy and Me music classes. And we have our Little Piano Players Club, just to name a few of our programs.
That sounds pretty cool. My daughter Scarlett, she's 11, and she's actually just started playing guitar. And so we actually bought her a electric guitar a couple of months ago, so that she can get into that. So that's actually pretty cool. So why don't you tell us quickly, or tell parents who are watching this video, where you are, and a little bit about are all of your lessons in person, or do you do anything online as well?
We have online lessons and in person. We are in the Fort Worth, Dallas area, mainly mid-cities area, to really pinpoint that, because Dallas Fort Worth is a huge metroplex area.
Yep.
Again, we do travel with some of our classes, or we have them available online or in person.
Great. What was your inspiration? Why did you do this? Is it a lifelong passion? Is it something that you stumbled into? Like, what is your why?
Well, it really comes from an idea and some hard work and passion for music and children. Prior to Singing Studios, I had a home licensed home childcare, and I did that for many years and enjoyed it. And I'm one of those people that when I go into something, I go in 120%. So needless to say, I burned myself out. But and having a home daycare, it's hard on your family, it's hard on your house. And I found that the hours were a lot, and it was hard on the family. So I was like, okay, I need to do something. But I love children, I love music, I know the benefits. I've been a musician and performed since I was in second grade, and we won't tell you how many years that is. But it's been a long time. And I worked in music stores, I've worked customer service and sales jobs. And so Singing Studios for me is a passion, and it also is a desire to help musicians and inspire them, build their confidence, and help them to reach their goals and be more than they thought they could be. And then also being a musician and an educator, I see the benefits that music has for all of us, especially young children in the preschool area.
Let's touch on that just for a second. Can we talk a little bit about the benefits of, why kids, not just these days, but why kids should be pushing themselves to maybe learn a musical instrument, or to get into something, performing arts, or whatever the case is. Like, what is there a benefit, and what are those benefits to kids,
There's
especially
actually
today, which is
many,
so
there's
electronic?
actually many benefits. Mostly I one of the childcare trainings that I do is music and the brain. Studies have shown that musicians score better on their SAT scores. Music benefits the whole brain. The left and right hemisphere are both activated. And music is the only thing that really does that. And so we find through studies that music stimulates the brain, and for young children that gets us generated to learn more and to learn faster and better. um my dog just cried, sorry.
Oh,
um so um Sorry, I should have silenced my phone. So it does a lot to activate the brain. You're getting higher test scores. Uh, Children that are in instructed music programs have a higher IQ. They have scientifically proven that. It teaches discipline, hard work, it and ignites creativity, just to name a few things that
yeah,
it does. It
that's,
relieves stress in elderly people. Like for children and babies, we can sing before we can talk.
oh, wow.
And so, and then in elderly dementia patients, they have found that music helps bring back some of those memories, and again, get the dying brain of Alzheimer's working
Wow.
again, and generating and sparking it up.
Yeah, yeah, that is really cool. Let's jump into a little bit about the different programs that you offer, the different classes, different instruments. What are some of those things?
Okay. Well, again, we do private instruction on voice, guitar, bass, drum, piano, ukulele. Our other programs are Animal Adventures in Music, and that is designed for our younger students of 2 to 6 years old, and they're introduced to 10 different instruments during this program.
Wow.
They have time where they're hands-on, writing, playing games, learning about music, appreciation, theory, notes, rhythms, and things along that line. And they get to touch and feel some of the different instruments, inspiring them to look at bigger and better things. Our early childhood music program, that we take to daycares. We also have an in-studio class. And that allows the kids to get up and exercise, be introduced to music programs, gives the teachers a break. And
Yeah,
and so they're learning, they're using motor skills, small and fine, getting them learning rhythms, talking, singing, doing the things that young children need to do. And then our
that's
mommy and me is
cool.
for caregivers and the babies.
Okay.
And so, studies have shown, and from my own personal experience, when my oldest daughter was born, she had to have heart surgery and had several things.
Oh,
And
wow.
one of the things that, we really did is we played a lot of classical music, and studies show that that can help in healing. And so, we did a lot of that. And then with our mommy and me classes, it's bouncing, it's connecting with your child, having a good time. And then again, the rhythms and the beats of music help spark their growth.
Great, great. So there's quite a lot of different options there for parents and kids, obviously. What sort of challenges have you seen? Obviously, since, for example, post-COVID, there's been a lot more online classes. What sort of challenges have you seen with online classes versus in-person classes? Have there been any success stories in both situations? And how do you deal with those challenges?
Well, when 2020 hit and going online was a shock for a lot of us, and we had to make it work. In some cases, the technology or the know-how wasn't there. And since then, we've been able to work through some of those obstacles. Um, it's been my personal experience that in person works better for our younger students, simply because online we have technology issues that sometimes a parent needs to take over. Although we've worked through most of those issues, we find that online classes work better when you're closer to your router, or you have an internet extension in your home, and that you have proper lighting so that your instructor can see your technique, and then also For young children, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes they need to be refocused or redirected on the matter at hand. And that's kind of hard to do online. So if we do a young child online, we always ask that a parent be on standby just to help them redirect their focus if needed. So I think in person works better for the younger, but online is, I feel, is the wave of the future. And it also gives a lot of opportunity to rural areas where music programs are not accessible to them just because of population. And so they're allowed to reach out and do some of these programs and have these benefits that they wouldn't have before. And then also finding the right instructor for you is not always easy. There's personality differences, there's genre, obstacles, and things like that. So virtual lessons kind of opens that door for many more people that may not have that opportunity right where they live.
That's great. That's great. What would you say to a parent watching this video? Perhaps, it could be next week, it could be a year, it could be 2 years from now, when they're watching this video. And perhaps they were looking at a couple of different online options for their kid in a musical sense. What would you say, or what would you say to them that is going to convince them to give singing studios a shot over someone else, perhaps?
Well, one of the benefits of Singing Studios is that our instructors are music educators. We're experienced with all ages of students, even teens and adults. But a lot of programs and a lot of instructors don't know what to do with the littles, and we do. And we've worked it and we've experienced it, and it's worked well for us. So that's one of the advantages that Singing Studios has, is that we have the experience and the education.
So as opposed to just the instructor being a person who can play the guitar,
Right.
you've got that experience in the education part of it as well.
Correct. Because there's, you can be really good at something, but you're not able to, pardon me, but dumb it down
Yeah.
to help a beginner.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, as we progress as musicians, we forget what it was like to start. And one of the things that we do is periodically, we ask our students, what are your struggles? And we get to know them. And even musicians that have played, our musician friends that have played for years, what did you struggle with? And, we hear, I had an instrument that didn't work right. My brother and my sister would always tell me to shut up when I was practicing, and things like that. So we try to, encourage the whole family, because it is a family affair. And I always remind students, sometimes your sibling critics become your biggest fans. So keep going, and so we try to be very personable with our students and the families of Singing Studios.
That's really great. Really good, really great advice as well. So, Candi, finishing up today. What would you like to leave parents with, sort of as a last message before we end this call?
Parents, I'm a parent too. So I would leave you with this. If you're sitting on the fence, I say go for it, because music provides so many things. It provides stress relief, and the opportunity to have music in your life will follow you all your life. And with your love and support, there's nothing that your child can't do. And then as a parent, it is so rewarding to see your child learning, progressing, and becoming something that they can be proud of, and you'll be so proud of them too. And I think that is the what I would leave parents with. And it's not easy. Listening to beginning instruments is not easy, but it can be done, and it's very satisfying. And it teaches teamwork, creativity, and then solo work, so they find a worth within others and themselves. Because I think music is a gift for all, the listener or the musician.
That's really great. I like that. Thanks for sharing, Candi. I'm going to click stop recording here in a second, but don't go anywhere. We'll finish up the call afterwards. So thanks to everyone. One last thing, obviously, parents can find you on campswithfriends.com, but where else can they find you?
They can find us on our website, singingstudios.com at singing-studios.com. We also have a Facebook page that's very active. It talks about what we're doing in our classes each week. And that is singing-studios classes or lessons and classes on Facebook. So
excellent. Very good. Well, goodbye, everyone. I'm going to hit stop recording and then we'll finish up the call.